Welcome back, thank you for joining me once again, and we're driving forward with this episode, and we're very excited to be loading up our ship and sending it on an expedition in this episode. Let's see if we can get it done. We'll have a look at how the vegetable pies are getting on. That's the only thing holding us up. We've got 6 ready already. I've got one egg there, and where's our chicken coop and how is it doing? Okay, so we've got 9 chickens and 7 eggs in there, so that's 3.5 pies, and 1 here, so that's 4. So there's 10 pies worth of eggs so far, and we're driving on to make more. So we're rapidly filling up the ingredients that we need for our vegetable pies. Oh, and I've just noticed we've got no clothes. I'll quickly employ someone in the weaver's workshop to keep our people warm. So, the clothing's we're getting through the clothing very quickly. Ooh, just made 5, 3. So we must have had some clothing left over in the weaver's workshop, and now we're producing some more. Wow, we're getting through clothing very quickly. What we really need is some wool, so we can make some warm clothing. That's the ideal. And I'm just having a look at our field situation. I'm just going to deactivate that field, and you know it's deactivated because it won't have a question mark above it. So we've deactivated these 3 individual fields at the bottom because we've got so many vegetables. We've got over 8,000 vegetables. Got a few pies, so that's going to help with feeding our people. But our chicken coop is going to need more and more oats. So we've got this double field that we've activated. That can harvest 684 oats in the next year. And we'll see how many oats we use as well to gauge how many fields we'll need to plant for the next year after that. But we've got 10 chickens and we had 14 eggs there, so we've just delivered a whole load to our bakery. So let's check out the bakery and see where we are with our vegetable pies. Okay, so we've just delivered the eggs into the storage, and the storage will deliver the eggs over to our bakery very shortly, so that's brilliant. And look at our fish production. We've got 3 fish farms, and we've got 2 fishermen's lodges. And you know, when you're loading the game and it gives you those sort of helpful tips as you see on all games, it said that fish is the most affordable resource. So I didn't know there was like any economy or economic stats around food and what was affordable and what people buy. Because there's not really anything visible, but I guess that could make sense because fish is always the one that we're shortest of, but we do seem to be producing quite a lot of fish. So maybe, I don't know, maybe all the other stuff is very expensive, especially the pies. Maybe that's why we keep the pies in stock for so long, because people can't afford to buy them. Who knows? So maybe it's worthwhile just making a load of bread after we've completed our vegetable pie quota. We've got 11 vegetable pies, just about to make another 2 to bring us up to 13. And then let's see how many. 6 eggs, so there's another 3 pies there, so that's 16 pies. So just looking for another 4 there. So very, very close. Not far away from sending our expedition off. And look, we're in early spring, and I'm just going to slow the game down to take our time and make sure that we employ people in the right areas. What I've just noticed, we're short on clay as well as ore and stone, so let's employ someone in the clay mine. So we have 1 person in each of the mines. I'll just check there's stuff left to mine. Yep, 5,050 left to mine there, and 2,900 stone there, and 3,600 ore. So we're fine on the mines, and we've got a warehouse right next door. I'm hoping it's got access actually. Should have access. There's not too many things right around it. We can go right in the front door. That's not an issue. Around here and into it. Yep, I'm pretty happy with that. Right, let's employ a couple of farmers in this field to get our oats for our chickens. Let's employ a couple of people in the orchard. Just take a builder off temporarily. So we've got our field and our orchard manned. We've got 3 people in the chicken coop, but only 15 chickens. So let's unemploy someone from there, because we need to try and free up workers. Let's employ one person in the apiary. We did build it for one person, and I'm sure that it only takes one person to maintain it. And it's got the cold sign above it, but we're in early spring, so the temperature will soon increase, and that will become active, so that's fine. I'm just checking out the other professions. So we've got our blacksmith. I mean, we've got the whole production run around our blacksmith sort of active, but the blacksmith itself has got the ZZ sign because the blacksmith is short of ore. Okay, that's interesting. How many tools have we got? We've got 21 tools, so let's unemploy the blacksmith as he's not massively active. And we need to bring in a load of ore, because we need ore for building, but also we need ore for our tools. So there's 140 ore there that we can collect, and 79 there, 126 over there, so a huge number of ore to bring in. And we've only got one labourer and one builder to maintain production, so let's get rid of a forester. We've not got a huge amount of firewood, so we'll keep our 3 people in the sawmill, and we'll keep producing charcoal and cast iron. I think that's important. Should we lock the charcoal now to save it for making the cast iron? I mean, we've got so much meat. We've got over 2,000 meat. We could get away with unemploying a hunter, so we've got 5 out of 6 hunters active. And also we've got so much flour, we've got 450 flour, so we can unemploy 2 people from the windmill, so this is freeing up people, so we can have 2 builders and 4 labourers to bring in that ore and to get production going back again at the blacksmith. But we've got a few tools in the meantime to keep us going, and let's play. Go back onto full speed, and we're really not that far off making our first expedition. Try saying that when in a hurry. Only 6 build points and 20 vegetable pies to go, so a quick one to build. And we're pretty much, I mean, we've got 13 vegetable pies there, and I think it's when they get to 14 they'll take them to storage, and then from storage to the expedition. And we certainly need labourers to facilitate that, I think. So we'll make sure we retain fluidity within the village by maintaining the supply of labourers and builders and so on. So we've got 12 eggs, 12 eggs at our coop. I think when they reach something like maybe 14 again, so we're on 13. Let's just watch it for a moment and see at what figure they take them away. 14, 15. Is someone going to take the eggs away? 16. I think someone's coming to get them now. Soon see. Yep, there we go, they just took them. 16, 15, 14, 13. So they took 13 eggs. So that's interesting to know. And they're going to go into storage, and then they're going to be brought to the bakery, and that's going to be enough to make our 20 pies, I think. Almost. 14 eggs really was needed, but we've got another 4 in the coop. So we've got now enough eggs in total to make all of our pies. And when we've got enough, we'll have the pies taken over to the expedition straight away. So we're really getting there, and we're going to be sending off our expedition very shortly, folks. So that's pretty exciting. Let's unlock our charcoal because we are short of firewood. We've only got 39, so let's help our residents out by unlocking the charcoal and letting them use that, and wait until our reserves of firewood recover. And I think it's because we potentially took a lot of the logs for building materials, and they're just sort of building back up now. So we'll keep a close eye on that situation. Oh, and we've got 191 honey, so let's unlock that for our people. But we'll keep eggs locked, and we'll keep vegetable pies locked, so we can save them for our expedition. So if you double click on an icon, it will then put a padlock sign over it, and it will mean that you're saving that, not letting your villagers have it, and it's instead being saved for like the actual industry that's going to use it, or say for example there's an expedition that would use it as well. We're growing our crop of oats for our chickens, and we're growing our orchard. Oh, and look, it's nearing full production there. So the green bar is nearly on its way, but only a few hundred fruit. See how full that gets. Loads of chickens now. We've got 20 chickens, and we're getting through plenty of oats and water. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that and see how many oats they get through in a year, especially once they get to much larger numbers. And we've gained another adult. So we've got 5 labourers, and they are bringing in ore, I think. And our firewood is starting to show signs of recovery, so that's good. And wow, our villagers like the honey. The honey's disappearing pretty quickly. We had over 180, now we've got 80 left. But we're making more honey, but I've got a feeling we'd need quite a substantial apiary to really satisfy full demand. And of course our blacksmith is needed, actually. Wonder if we're starting to get a little bit of ore in stock, so let's employ our blacksmith again. I think we've got enough ore to keep him satisfied, and we're certainly using stone and ore and clay in all of our other projects. We've built lots of barns, and it's not full anymore, which is good. So this was our primary barn, this was a secondary barn that we built to help with capacity. So it's good that the storage levels are reducing. And remember, this big house we built without access, so that was a good lesson to learn, and we learned how to rip that down and start again over here. So we've got 169 out of 180 stone, we've got all the ore we need, and we've nearly got all the clay we need, which is brilliant. So we're very close to building that, actually. And what I'll do is check on our expedition. Where are we with this? Whoa, we've got 16 pies delivered. That's good. And where are we at our bakery? Okay, we've got 11 pies there already, so we've got enough to... if we just change the production to like a meat pie, it'll then get rid of all the vegetable pies. Yep, there we go. And they'll be delivered very shortly to our expedition. And I'll just increase the number of builders by 2. So we've got 2 labourers and 4 builders. And let's watch our expedition be built and sent on its way, which is very exciting. Really looking forward to this happening. So we're just going to wait for our vegetable pies to be delivered. I think they're coming here. There we go, there they are. And now we're ready to build our expedition. So I think a builder just came in. And we've got 6 build points to go. One's just been built. So that's good. I don't know what happens when the expedition sort of starts, but we're very nearly there. We're nearly at 4 points out of 6 for build. There we go. And 2 more build points, and we're sending our expedition off. So I don't know what happens, but we'll see. Maybe we'll see the boat sail off. There we go. Oh, it just disappeared. Okay, that's interesting. And it's not out at sea anywhere. So it says time of expedition completion is spring year 16. So let's have a look at our calendar. We're in summer year 15 at the moment. And the expedition will be completed in a few months, so let's wait for that to come back. That's very exciting to see what it's going to come back with. Maybe it will have found some new seeds or animals or something. Not really sure. But wow, look at all the water that we've got next to our coop. And I'm just checking the well capacity next to it, which is 100 out of 100, so that's good. It's not depleting the well capacity. We've got a few red messages in our message box over here. We've had a couple of chickens die in an animal attack. Oh, and there's an animal there. Oh, but someone just killed it. It was this person. And they are... What's their job? They're a hunter. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, because they've got the... Are they a hunter? Hunting. Yeah, it says they're hunting. So having the hunter right next door to the chicken coop, and within this sort of boundary line, this dashed yellow line, certainly did help, and they managed to save the chickens because they were being attacked. So that's good. That's something we've learned that we didn't know before. Okay, I'm pretty happy our chickens are safe. And we've I've just noticed we've got 1 clothing in stock, so it looks like we've got past the major shortage, and we're just starting to stockpile the clothes again. And we've got our blacksmith making tools again. Yep, he's got some ore, some iron ore, and we've got 123 ore in stock, so we're back on top with the ore. And what I'll do is just reduce the number of builders down to 2. We don't need that many, but they are building the big house, so we're going to start increasing our capacity for residents. So that means we're going to start using up a whole load more food when we have more babies coming. So have to get ready for that rush and that extra need for food. But we've got a lot more food production now. We've got our chicken coop, which is making eggs and meat. Not a lot of meat, but a little bit. We've got our apiary that's making the honey. And the construction's complete on our house. Fantastic. Okay, we've got a lot of people in there already. And yep, they're getting the fruit in. Looks like we might have started the fruit harvest. So we've got 685 and counting on the fruit as it's growing. 630. Yep. So they are harvesting the fruit. So that's going to be valuable. Yeah, let's hire another hunter because our meat it was over 2,200, but now it's at 1,900. And interestingly, actually, our vegetables they're at 6,900, but they were at over 8,000. So we're starting to equalise on our food production, and we can probably start our vegetable harvesting again next year on potatoes, or maybe just get the gatherers back on, because we had a bit of an excess there for a while. We're making meat pies, so we've got lots of flour still, and plenty of meat, so maybe that's where some of the meat is going, and that's why we're sort of depleting the stock a little bit. Oh, and look folks, we nudged over 100 fish for the first time in a very long time, so we've got a little bit of stock for our fish. So I feel as though we're starting to get somewhere on our food. However, we're going to have a bit of a population expansion here with our additional capacity for housing. So we've got 42 adults and 2 teenagers, which makes 44 people, but we've now got capacity for 55, so we're going to have a lot of babies being born. We're just starting to enter into early fall, so we'll be aware that we need to take some of our farmers off. In fact, they've replanted some oats in this field, but we'll just harvest those straight away because they're not really going to grow. So I'll press this basket button that just gets them to harvest it, and there's an extra 50 oats. And we've got over 1,000 oats now for our chickens, and they've got 146 oats, 154 water, and 55 chickens. My God. Okay, that's amazing. Let's unlock our eggs and let our folks in the village have eggs. They're 5 calories, and it's just something different for their diet. And what we haven't made yet is milk, and so we might be able to bring some of that up back on our expedition. We can unlock our vegetable pies for the good people of our village to eat and to buy. Oh, and actually, as I was saying, why don't we get our bakery making bread? Because we haven't made any bread yet, I don't think, and it's a simple thing, and it might be more affordable for our people. So, and do you remember at the very beginning we started off with bread, didn't we? And so we'll see if that's a good valuable staple to bring back. But we've got 19 meat pies, 5 fish pies, 2 vegetable pies, and 3 honey pies. So we're getting a lot of variation in people's diets if they can afford it, but I'm not really sure what people can afford and what they can't, as it doesn't really say anything about money anywhere. If we click on one of the houses, the people are just there. There's a big selection of stuff there. It's really. Oh yeah, remember we can upgrade these houses, so that might be worth doing at some point. I'm just thinking about resource collection. We've not got a huge amount of stone. So it might be worth just seeing if we can pick a load of stone up. There's 49 up there, but we're getting further and further away. There's 8 down there. We're getting really quite far away from camp. 10 up there. Maybe some around this sort of expansion of the village up here in the north. 56 there. And wow, yeah, here it all is. 184 there. So we're going to have a whole load of stone coming in, and we've got all of our mines up and running and on the go, and they've all got capacity left. We've got 5,000 clay left to mine, and we've got 2,900 stone left and 3,500 ore. But before long we would need to build new mines when they run out. There's plenty there for now, isn't there? And our meat is building back up now. We've hired that extra hunter, and our vegetables are coming down. So we've got 6,600 vegetables. We've got a whole ton of flour, so we could hire. Ooh, we could hire someone in the windmill, but let's just wait for the winter until we've got our 4 people off the sort of the summer field jobs, the 2 on the field and 2 in the orchard. And we've really, I mean, we still need to harvest the apples, and they're doing that job. So we really need to bring those in because it will be winter before long. We've got the snowflake sign over the oat field, but I think oats are a bit more delicate, are they? Although, yeah, they're 0 to 27 degrees, and it looks like we've had a bit of an early winter come because it's still fall, and often it's a lot warmer. But it's gone into minus degrees, and our apple field has become unproductive very early on. So we lost a few apples that we weren't able to harvest. But let's get rid of our seasonal workers over there, and we'll just hire them in the labouring position to bring in that stone. And we could probably do with a bit more iron ore. So let's see if there's any about. There's 98 up there, and 42 up there, 29 there. Ooh, there it all is. 164 there. Okay, so we're going to bring in a whole load of resources from the land, and we'll have a think about our next building project. So there was one thing that we hadn't built yet in the production tab, and that is a blast furnace. So we need 450 logs, 160 hay, which we've got. No clay is needed, but 290 ore, we've only got 145, and 390 stone. My god, that's a lot of stone. So let's ooh, someone's just died of old age. Nothing happening with the pyre yet, but we can keep a brief eye on just in case they're burnt on the pyre. And we need to certainly collect a lot more stone, but we do have our gatherers out there. Our labourers bringing in the stones. We'll see what happens when they've brought all that in and see if we've got enough. We might have, and then if they flip over to collecting the ore, that's perfect timing. So we've got 6 labourers really bringing in the goods. And we've had a couple of people turn into adults, so we've got now 46 people out of the 55 capacity, and so we're growing our village. And I will put 1 person on the mill just to maintain that flour production, because we're using quite a lot now. We're down to 368 flour, which is still loads, but we've used nearly 100. I've not seen any bread go into stock yet, so I think possibly as quickly as it's being made, it's possibly being consumed. Oh, and maybe not, because we've got 18 in stock at the bakery, so we're potentially just waiting for someone to take it away as well. And I'm not sure if that's the baker's responsibility or if it's down to our labourers as well. And there we go, it's just been taken, so we might see it pop up into stock here. Yep, we've got 20 bread in stock, and there we go, 20 bread. We've got the pies here. We're just missing the fruit pie. We've got honey. We've got a bit of everything apart from milk, which is amazing. And we haven't made the fruit pie yet. We haven't made any alcohol or any warm clothing. No wool and no steel. So I wonder if the blast furnace makes steel, which would make sense because our normal furnace makes cast iron. I think the blast furnace will make steel, and then it might give an option for the blacksmith to then make steel tools. I think that might be what happens. So let's build the blast furnace next, because if you remember, we needed 390 stone, which we've got 368, and so maybe 290 ore. So we're nearly there on the resources. We can certainly let's add another forester, because we'll be taking a lot of wood, and let's lay down this blast furnace. I'll be really interested to see what happens here. And the steel tools, I'm not sure what they'll do. They may make us more productive, or they may just last longer, but I'm sure it's got to be a good thing to be making steel tools. So that's going to be pretty exciting to see what that building does. And I'm just looking for a spot to put it down, actually. Up here will do. There we go. Just laid it up there above the farm area, because it will be near the other production areas of the blacksmith down here, and also the warehouse and the barn for access to goods. And I'm just seeing a baby boom in the corner here, guys. We've had 5 babies born on the information window down here. Oh, it says food reserves are low. That's interesting. Not sure why food reserves are low. Oh, wow. We need to employ someone else. We're employing someone else at the coop because we've got almost 300 eggs and 50 meat. I'm not sure if that's a thing. Or, like I think I was trying to say before, is if it's our labourers' responsibility to take the food away, do we need to wait until our labourers have finished, collecting all that ore and stone that I set them on? So we'll see. But we've got 3 labourers and we've got 2 builders. We've laid down a blast furnace and we are waiting for our expedition to come back, which is going to be very exciting to see what they come back with, really. A bit worried about it saying our food reserves are low, but looking at everything else, I think we've got to be looking at a positive situation. We've got 33 high quality tools from our blacksmith. We've got 31 clothing, so everyone's going to stay warm. We've got charcoal that's available to the people, and we've got firewood. We've got a load of logs. We've almost got enough stone to build the blast furnace. In fact, we need a bit more, but our mines are working, aren't they? We've got 1 person in each of the mines, so maybe by the time everything's been delivered, we'll have enough material for our blast furnace. And we just need to have a think about next year about what we want to grow in our crop field. So we're down to 796 oats. It does look like we're getting through quite a lot with for our chickens. So I'm going to activate this second field, and we'll grow 3 sort of people's worth of oats. This double field up here that requires 2 people, and then this single field down there. And we'll certainly have a lot of adults coming through as well, so that will certainly help with production. But also they're going to be very hungry people. Oh, we can get rid of someone from the apiary. That's not productive. Fuel reserves are low. Let's add someone to the second kiln, so we can make more charcoal. And charcoal's more efficient, so that should help the people with their fires. And we've got 3 people chopping wood, so we may need to build another sawmill. That might be important because we've run out of firewood. This is a pretty desperate situation. We don't want our people to freeze, but they've got clothing to help them, so they should use less firewood. Got 36 wood there. Where's all the other wood being kept? Maybe it's just so far away from... Oh, it's in the central warehouse down there. It's quite far away from our wood choppers over here, so we might be having just a bit of trouble getting it over there, maybe. But we've got three people on it. Might need to build another. Might need to build another one. We'll see. What have we got delivered here? We've got almost all the logs that we need delivered to the blast furnace, which is great. And they'll be, yep, so there they are, and then we'll be starting on all the other goods. There we are, they're delivering them thick and fast. Another baby born. And we're down to 5,000 vegetables. Should we do a potato field? Or should we just hire some gatherers? Let's slow down the game and think about employment. A lot of people cold here. Bit of a worry with the firewood, but we're getting into spring where you might not get through so much firewood, so we'll see how it blows through. And especially with the 2... right, okay, let's pause. Let's pause our blacksmith, take our blacksmith off, and let's take our furnace worker off, because they're using the charcoal, and let's just let double production on charcoal help out our people with the firewood. That firewood situation gives us a couple more workers as well to do something with, and we'll put them on food production. So we'll hire a couple of gatherers and get that up and running. We'll put 2 on the orchard because the fruit's important. We're always short of fruit. I mean, ideally we could do with another orchard, but that's going to take so many workers that I'm not entirely sure. And we currently have the need for 3 farmers, but we don't have enough people, so we could take off 1 forester because we've got enough logs, and add on the farm worker. And also, I wonder if we've got enough clay. We've got enough clay for now, so we'll take off the clay miner. And there we go, there's our last farmer that we need. And we've got 2 builders and no labourers. So let's hire 1 builder, 1 labourer, just so we maintain that. and start things up again. Now we need someone for the apiary, don't we? We'll hire one person for the apiary. Cool, look at that, 300 eggs. Lots and lots of eggs there. So that's certainly going to help our people, but I think we're having trouble getting the eggs to the barn for storage. So we'll keep an eye on that. And we've got no one labouring, which is a slight concern, but I'm hoping we'll get an adult shortly. The bread's not really building up at the bakery. I think as soon as it's being made, it's being eaten. And we'll just have a look at what we've got. We've got 140 ore at the blast furnace. Just one builder now to move everything over. So it's good that we laid it down when we did, when we had the labourers and the workers. We've got 428 flour, so we could take someone off the mill, and that means we've got one labourer and one builder. And it's getting tricky really managing all these jobs in the village because we've grown so big. We're producing everything we can. I am noting that we'll unpause the crypt, and that can be getting built. I am noting that we're very short of charcoal and firewood, and we've just got someone working full time on clothing now. We might need some flax before long, but I think we'll be okay. Ooh, expedition was a success. New resources discovered. Cherry. Okay, interesting. So we need to refill the expedition like we did before to send it off again. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's just keep fueling the expedition. So we need fish pie, we'll lock that. We need meat pie, we'll lock that. And we need vegetable pies. So let's start with, and we'll check out the cherries in a moment. So they've just discovered one new thing, and let's get back on the... we'll do vegetable pies first, because we've got loads of eggs. And then when we've made enough vegetable pies, we'll go on the meat pies and the fish pies. Make sure we get our expedition back out pretty quickly, and then actually we could probably maintain stock of all those things, so we can just keep pinging it out when it comes back. So it's good to know that that's what it does. Now, on our production tab, so food production, cherries, so probably an orchard thing, isn't it? And that'll be a type of fruit, so cherry, there we go. Choose the recipe. Cherries. Looks like the apples are getting lower and lower in quantity. We've got 234 in late spring. Oh no, they'll grow. Let's leave apples on for this year, but next year we can put cherries on and just see if that's a faster producing thing. Oh, I don't want to change it over now and stop the harvest of the apples. So, okay, interesting. Pretty keen to have an expedition come back with a new type of animal, or maybe a farm crop, because we've got spare farm fields, haven't we? And that only takes one crop that's pretty fast growing. So, but we will check out the cherries and see what they do, see if they're worth having. We've just had someone join our adult work pool and go into school. So we've got one person in the school. Some pretty much one-on-one tuition going on there, which I'd imagine they'll come out super clever. And look, we've got everything we need apart from the stone for our blast furnace. And we'll just see if we can. Once we've got our blast furnace, we'll see if we can. Oh God, there's a tornado spotted near your village. Where is it? I think it's gone. Looks like that was a disaster or something. Don't think that's affected us. Fingers crossed. We may have gotten away with that. Select the goal, then begin the expedition. You can only select one goal. Ah, right. So we can choose something from the orchard, something from the farm, or an animal. Okay, I hadn't quite realised that before, folks. You were probably screaming at the screen when you were seeing me do it. Okay, I'd like an animal. I think that would help with food production, would it? Or should we get something for the farm fields? Oh, it's difficult. Let's let's go after the animals. Let's bring back a new animal, and then we'll build like a new pasture or something, and see if we get a different type of meat coming through, or whatever that does. Yeah, because actually if we get a cow, it might give us milk. I'm just thinking logically there, and milk is something we're yet to discover, so that's a priority for me. That makes sense. So we're just trying to discover everything in the game, and we'll certainly start trying to build a brewery before long, but we're focusing on the blast furnace at the moment. We just had someone die of old age, which is pretty bad times. Oh yeah, there's our pyre burning. So that's the person who's died of old age. So it looks like we've just needed one pyre for now, so that'll help you. That's 80% burnt down, and we'll just might be interesting seeing it burn all the way down to 0 to see what. Oh, there's the body in there, wrapped up. Here we go. Just to see what happens. And I can see we've got people growing up and going into the school, so 2 additions to the school. And that's almost finished. There we go, it's finished, and then it just, yeah, so it seems to reset all on its own. Okay, that's interesting to know. And the blast furnace, I think we've got all the goods delivered. Nearly, very, very nearly. Okay, yeah, it's a matter of just time before all the stone is delivered. And I think that's a fantastic place to stop, because for this episode we've got our expedition back, we got cherries, and we've worked out that we can actually choose what we go for, and we're going for animals hopefully next time. We're starting on our pies and for the next expedition, and food production is looking very nice. So thank you for joining me in this episode. Join me in the next episode where we check out our blast furnace, and we'll see if we can send our expedition off to get some cows hopefully, so we can make milk.